So in this video I'm going to be talking about catch-all routes. So what catch-all route means is basically any number of segments we can add to the URL, and it is going to collect all of them and render them in a one single route in a UI. So let me show you. I'm going to create another folder here named segments. So let me close all the other folders and let's create a new folder named segments like this. And inside this, now when we need to catch all routes, basically what we need to do is we need to firstly it's going to be a dynamic route, right? So we need to have it in square brackets, so that is understandable, but at the same time we can have like firstly have like double square brackets, and inside it you need to spread the dynamic ID or whatever that is, which means that you need to write 3 dots, and you can name any dynamic parameter which you already know. It could be slug or any ID. So basically let me revert that and create a folder instead of file. So let me create a new folder with double bracket, triple dot, and I'm going to name it slug. Okay, and let me create a new file inside it which is going to be page.js. okay, now let me quickly create a component for this which is going to be segments page. Okay, and it is, of course, it is going to get params as prop. And let me just do one thing. Let me just console log the params for you guys and see that what actually is inside it. Okay, let me make this function async. Okay, not params, actually all params. Okay, so let's see that what exactly is inside it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the navbar. I'm going to create another link, and it is going to say like segments, and href will also be like segments. Okay, now I have stored it, saved it, and I can see the segments link here. Let me click here and it went to the segments page. Let me inspect, and if I see the console, I saw an object and I see nothing inside it because I haven't added any segment. So as I said that I can add any number of segments after the folder that I created, and then any dynamic number of the values of slug. It could be IDs as well, so any number of IDs or any number of slugs that I can add here. So for example, let's have like list of all different random segments like this, and let me press enter. And now let's open this. I'm getting a value as slug, which the name of the folder that I declared, and after that I'm getting all the list of URL segments in an array, which means after the segment URL, every single thing, every single URL, divided by slash, I'm going to get as an array, so I can use this. So this can be useful like if we want to have, if we want to collect like any number of IDs. It could be any number of random IDs, like it could be 5, 4, 10, so like that. So something like that if we want to have in our route, so we can have this kind of folder structure. And let me go inside the page and let me at least show all of these segments in a good way. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to join all of these segments in like with a comma and show it on the screen. So let me do that and see whatever the segments that I've entered in the URL are visible here, comma separated, because I've joined them with comma. And if I hadn't entered any segment, then it's going to tell me no segment added. So let me remove all of that. Okay, actually let me go to the link segments, and you can see that no segment added. But if I enter a lot of segments here, then it's going to give me the list of all the segments that I've entered. Alright, so that is done, but along with that I also want to tell you guys one more thing. Like, let's say if I do not add any segment, right, still this this page renders and it says that no segment added. But if we want to have a condition in our app that we want at least one segment, like we want to have a URL after an ID or a slug after segment, and we cannot have it like this. If we want the segments to be mandatory, then we can have this folder as single bracket. If we want like to be non-mandatory, we can add it or not, it's up to us. So then we can have it double bracket. So let me show you guys that as well. So let me rename it to single bracket. Alright, so if I do that, then it's going to say like no page found if there is no segment. But only if I add segments, then it is going to say that these are the segments. Okay, so this basically makes the segments or makes that particular slug or ID mandatory. So we need to have at least one. If we make it double bracket, let me do that again. If we make it double bracket, then basically we don't need to worry about whether we have one or not. So basically I can go to segments and it will say that no segment added. Alright, so I think that this was all about catch all routes. This is going to catch every single route that comes after that particular route. So this was pretty obvious. This was I think it about catch all routes, and in the next video I'm going to talk about middlewares. Thank you so much.